Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kim if you're new here, and today I have a pick a card reading for you regarding what is blocking you. This is a super special reading because we have that new month coming up and also the full moon in Aquarius in I think August 22 and 23. So hopefully this reading will not only resonate with you, but hopefully the messages that do resonate with you are messages that you can do something with. Messages that you can sit with, and messages that will benefit you and make you feel confident in the path that you're moving forward in. I'm going to have 4 stacks that you can choose from. I'm just going to shuffle this deck and hopefully you can think of a stack or a number that you are really feeling called to. I'm also going to pull runes for you. So I'm just going to get general messages right now for this reading and just shuffle. See if anything wants to come through. Oh, seems like a lot wants to come through, but we're not going to take those. Alright, so I'm going to see if any messages want to come through. Okay. So, ooh, we have the Ace of Cups coming in. I love to see this card. This is also, by the way, this is the Aquarian Tarot, and I'm using this specifically because of the upcoming full moon in Aquarius. But I will be using some cards here to get some clarifiers. So if you're interested in knowing what these decks are, I'll link all of these down below. But yeah, we have the Ace of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the King of Rods. Alright, so you could be a fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. But you could also just be someone who is really attracted to someone. You could be really interested in a potential lover or romantic connection. And I do feel for some of you, especially the masculines here, you will definitely make the right moves this upcoming month with the Ace of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, and King of Rods. For the feminines out there, I do feel like someone is interested in you, and if that is resonating with you and someone is interested in you, they could definitely make a move and let you know about that in the upcoming month. It doesn't really matter when you're watching this also, just because I mentioned the full moon in Aquarius. It doesn't matter. If you're resonating with this reading, then this reading is for you. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and split the stack. I'm going to go ahead and split the deck into 4s. And I want you to pick from the groups here, and I'll tell you which one is which. But just go ahead and put your energy into the cards if you have any questions about decisions that you're making. I do see the King of Pentacles here as well. You could be an Earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. But if you have any intentions for this reading, any questions that you want to any questions that you want to ask, go ahead and do that now. I'm just shuffling. Oh, look at that, 10 of Rods. So with the King of Pentacles and the 10 of Rods, some of you might have a question regarding whatever it is that you're building in finances. I feel that some of you are, again, wanting success, financial stability, and success. Perhaps you're inquiring about a specific business deal or business idea. Doesn't have to be. I just feel like with the 10 of Rods there and the King of Rods, you could be working towards something or moving ahead in something and feeling blocked, right? Because this is a reading about what is blocking you. So that makes complete sense, but you know, we also get the 9 of Pentacles here, so I do feel like for those of you tuning in right now are really putting your energy into the cards. Not only is financial independence and stability important to you, it's a main focus of your life right now. Alright, so I'm going to split the deck into 4s, and I want you to choose the stack that is calling out to you the most. That's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let me just move this here. Okay, hopefully you can see that well. Here's 4, here's 3, here's 2, and here's 1. Here's 1, here's 2, here's 3, and here's 4. So go ahead and take a few moments, take a few deep breaths, and choose your stack. We're definitely going to get messages about everything that wants to come through. I'm not just going to try and get messages about what is particularly blocking you, but you know, if that's where the reading goes, then that's where I'm going to take the reading. But if there are other messages that want to come through, I always read those messages. Even though I have a theme for this reading, I always read those messages that are coming through on the side. So I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. I'm super hot, as in like sweating balls right now, but it's okay. I've gotten used to it. But yeah, I hope you're having a wonderful day, week, couple weeks. The upcoming month is coming, and I really love the beginning energies of Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Cups, and the King of Rods. It just seems like, even if it's not a love situation, it seems like there's new inspiration happening, right? Something is going to grab your attention, grab your interest. Anyways, so if you need more time, feel free to pause the video and shoot, I forgot to mention this earlier in the beginning of the video. I always forget to mention this. Once you have chosen your stack, go into the timestamps or in the chapter bar, and you will find where your specific reading begins. Well, I'm kind of all over the place today. But yeah, so go ahead and choose. If you need more time, pause the video, meditate on the cards, meditate on the numbers, and you can find your reading in the timestamps down below. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started, Group 1. Hi Group 1, how are you today? So your rune for today is Manas. Manas is about cooperation, interdependence, and community. It's about humanity as well. And I think this rune is also about positive attitudes moving forward. So yeah, that's your rune. Let's see about your situation. So you're coming in through as the Ace of Wands and the Knight of Rods. Here's that fire sign again in the beginning, where we got that King of Rods for the general energy. You could be an Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo, but right now I'm feeling like you're super passionate about something. You're really like, you know that Roadrunner character where he's just like ready to go? I feel like that's you. Like you're just ready to go towards something. I love this particular Ace of Rods card here with the Aquarian Tarot. I'll link all of these decks down below, by the way. But it just like, it's this blossoming, blooming energy. So I'm really, really interested to see what that's about. For your situation, we got the Seven of Cups and the Two of Rods. Alright, so this is starting to make sense. I totally get this energy, Group 1. So if you're someone who is like super passionate and fiery, and you want to get things done, you want to succeed, but your indecision gets in the way, then this reading is for you. Your indecision, your inability to put your foot down and say, okay, enough dilly-dallying, this is what I need to do, and this is the next step that I need to take. That is what's blocking you. You get the Magician for the connecting in the middle energy here, and also the Eight of Rods. So, okay, so with the Magician and the Eight of Rods, this is a message of taking action in something, and that makes complete sense, especially with the Seven of Cups and the Two of Rods. Like, you know, I want you to look at this card real quick with the Two of Rods. Hopefully you can see this really clearly. He's ready to go on this journey, right? But it's like he's still thinking in his head, okay, like, where do I go? How do I move forward? What steps should I take? Should I go left? Should I go right? And that makes complete sense, especially with the 7 of Cups. You also have the 7 of Rods, so 2 7s. So yeah, you're someone who's like a go-getter. You're super determined. You're confident. You might be really young too. Or you could be just super ambitious, group 1. But like, you definitely want to succeed. You want to be right about something. Or you want to prove yourself. You want to prove a point. You want to prove yourself. You want to show everybody that you're valuable and that you're worthy, right? You don't want to lose. You could definitely be a fire sign for sure. But yeah, you don't want to lose. You want to win. You want to be victorious. But what is blocking you is the fact that you can't decide exactly where you want to spend your energy. And you almost can't move fast enough. You want things to come quicker, you want to move faster, but it's just like your limitations are getting in the way, or your perception of your limitations are getting in the way. We get the King of Rods card again. Do you remember? I don't know if you watched the general energy in the beginning. I tried to keep it really fast and quick, but this card came up along with Ace of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. So your big blessing, your big gift from the universe may in fact come from a relationship or some romantic connection even, especially with the Manas rune. This is about cooperation and interdependence and other humans, as well as positive energy, changing your mind and being progressive, thinking differently, thinking positively. But especially because this is about cooperation and other people, I do feel like, you know, you might need to delegate some of the things that you want to be done. Like, you could definitely get the Death here. Yeah. So yeah, you need to delegate. You could benefit from delegating other tasks. You could benefit from asking for help or letting somebody in. Like, if you can find someone, or if you have someone that you can trust and talk to about what it is that you're trying to achieve, I think maybe having like a meeting of the minds in the morning or something, or just talking to each other about what you are both trying to achieve and work towards could be beneficial for you, because I feel like you need another energy to kind of mirror back to you where perhaps you are being unclear about something in your plan of attack or in your course of action. So yeah, this is super interesting. And I also see that communication aspect with the 8 of Rods here. You could definitely benefit also from making friends or forming a deeper connection and alliance with an older person, a more mature person, perhaps another fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. Or it could definitely be a Scorpio as well. But yeah, I feel like for you, group 1, what would really help you is to communicate with other people, specifically one person, just one person at the most, or maybe like a small group of people where you can like share your ideas, especially like people who think like you. You also have the King of Cups, so water signs, Scorpio. Again, we get the Scorpio, and then this is also a Pisces and Cancer card. But I'm getting really strong masculine energy here, especially. So I might just be tuning into the masculines at this moment, but stay tuned. Let's get some other messages for you, group 1. What is blocking group 1? So I'm hearing specifically pride. You could benefit from talking to people, but you have pride. Sometimes, like, you don't want to reach out to them because of your pride, almost as if like you need to be able to handle everything yourself, and that if you were to ask for help, that would mean that you're weak. I feel like that's what you think sometimes. So what else is blocking group 1? Is there any other messages for group 1? Okay, so yeah, bring love into the situation. So for those of you who are working on a project, or like you're in a team, you're like in a team or something for work, I feel like what's blocking you in this, it doesn't have to be for work, it could definitely be like a project or something that you're working on for school or at work or just your personal business. But like I think there's a need of softening the energy and coming from a place of compassion and humanity, because also you have the manas rune there. And then you also get balanced spirituality and practicality. Exactly. So group 1, like you're very practical right now. I'm seeing this in your spread. Like you're thinking of, okay, so what are the tools and techniques that I need to do or to know in order to succeed in this? And I think you tend to forget that like sometimes divine timing is really at play. Sometimes chemistry is at play, you know, like these more spiritual aspects of the issue that you're trying to solve, I feel with you gets put on the back burner or ignored because you find that it's less important. So this reading for you is asking for you to be more balanced in regards to that. Alright, so I'm going to get one of these cards. These cards are funny and they have cuss words on it, so if you're sensitive to that, which I don't understand why you would be if you're on my channel, but these cards have cuss words on it, so just keep that in mind. Hopefully that's okay with you. But this is I'll link this down below. This is the Rebel deck or something. Yeah, okay, so you get, ooh, you got a feeling you just can't shake. That little voice inside of you, listen to that shit. Yeah, so I think all of the tools and tips and tricks that you think about often in regards to this situation is getting in between your intuition. Or like it's overpowering your intuition in a sense. Like there's something that you know you want to move towards, but it seems like you can't because you don't think like it's a good decision because so-and-so said this and so-and-so said that. It's almost like you're doing that because you're afraid of failure. But at the same time, you can't really succeed or fail if you don't bother to try something, right? And with the Death here, clarifying 7 of Cups and the 2 of Rods, like, see, this is what I mean in the upcoming month. If you're reading this once I upload it, perhaps during the full moon in Aquarius in August, I think you'll make a decision, or I think that a lot of the obstacles and blockages preventing you from making a decision is going to start to break down. And I see that with the 7 of Cups, 2 of Rods, and the Death card. I think you're just going to be like this when you're deciding to do something. You're just quick with it. You're just like, okay, I don't want to think about it too much. I've been thinking about this for too long. Let's just do this and deal with it. Deal with what would happen. And I say that, take that with a grain of salt, because I'm not telling you to do something reckless, right? You have a feeling that you cannot shake. That little voice inside of you, listen to that. So regardless of what I'm saying, take the messages that resonate and leave the rest. As always, you will hear me say that over and over again. But honestly, like group 1, it could be something new. You know, we had the Ace of Cups in the beginning and then the Ace of Rods. It could be something new. Like if you're thinking about a situation that you haven't been able to solve, I think this is a message of looking at things in a new light, in a new perspective, trying something new. Try something that you haven't tried before. Look into something that you haven't tried before. So you get desires, goals, passion, craving, and fulfillment. Exactly. So with the Knight of Rods and the King of Rods here and the Ace of Rods, that's you. Your desires are so important to you. Like, you want what you want, right? And you're not going to stop until you get it. But you get frustrated. You get frustrated when you don't get what you want. You get frustrated when things aren't moving as quick as you want it to. So you might be impatient. But also with the King of Cups around the bottom, and I see the Queen of Pentacles as well, and the King of Swords. Say what? You're getting so much court cards. You could be, okay, this could be a message of dealing with many people, but I'm just seeing here like different aspects of yourself is especially needed at this time in your life. Like I mentioned earlier, you know, you're being called to look at things in a new perspective and to discover new things and to kind of like open your mind a little bit, step outside of the box. That's what I feel like I'm getting with all these court cards, of like different aspects of you are needed in order to release whatever is blocking you from your desires here. And you also get the self-expression card. Vocalization, my bad. I mean vocalization, not visualization, although that could be a thing that could be helpful for you. Individuality, inner voice, and assertiveness. So, you know, this is a message too of like blockages that could be happening because you haven't been expressing your truth. And that's just a message for some of you. I do see a lot of communication cards though, especially with the Eight of Rods here. And the self-expression card. And like I mentioned earlier, like I just feel like you would benefit from communicating with someone, reaching out first. Some of you might not want to be reaching out to someone for pride or because of reasons of pride. But or I should say that, well, I guess it's definitely pride for some of you, or it's fear of rejection. You tend to mask your fears by being kind of out there or outspoken or like putting up your peacock feathers. Like your energy is super strong, it's super vital, it's super fast, it's super quick. But with the King of Cups here, it's almost like it's asking you to settle down a little bit, ground yourself a little bit, and again, bring love into the situation. And this could be a communication thing. Like if you're communicating with someone in a very rash way, for instance, I think it would really help you to change your tone of voice. So you get the Book here and the Lilies. So this is telling me there's something here about wisdom. Underneath that is a key. So it could literally be a book that you have never read before, like getting lost in a book on a subject that you have no idea about, but that could potentially connect to whatever it is that you're trying to solve. So for those of you who are dealing with building your homes or buying a new house or something, like instead of reading about how to buy your first house or reading about, you know, the real estate market, how about you read about solar energy? While it's still in that same field of homes and building and things like that, it's in another pocket that'll kind of give you a new insight on homes and building, and you know, let that guide you. But this is not for everybody. That was just an example. You know, even if you're looking to buy a house or something like that, or if you're looking to buy, or like if you're looking to buy a house or looking to build a house, for instance, and maybe you're feeling stressed, or you have so many questions that just haven't been answered, or maybe this is what you're manifesting, especially with the Magician here. Perhaps reading about the local plants and animals could help you. Read about the area that you want to move in. Read about its history and see if that's a fit for you. Like if you can't decide where to live, where to move, where to buy land, you know, read about something about that place that perhaps doesn't have necessarily something to do with moving there. Does that make sense? So instead of looking at the market, as I mentioned, and, you know, house prices, read about the area that you want. Read about the people there. Read about the history. You know what I mean? With a book in the lilies there. This is interesting. I'm kind of drawing a blank though. So let me see any other messages for, final messages for group 1. So group 1, if you're moving somewhere too, like, people are obviously going to be important to you. Community is going to be important to you. So with the book and the lilies there, and this is just an example, group 1. So if you're going through something else, kind of just transmute it. So you get the Chariot on the bottom. You could be a Cancer too, especially with the King of Cups there. And then you also get the 7 of Swords and the 8 of Swords. Alright, so I'm feeling a lot of anxious energy. Also, weird, but I'm getting a message to read about sexuality. Or read about Tantra, possibly, with a book and the lilies here. But I feel like, you know, reading right now could really be helpful for you, group 1. With a balance, spirituality, and practicality there, if you are reading something super practical and worldly, reading a spiritual book or reading a spiritual book or a self-help book or something like this, perhaps even about Tantra, could really be helpful for you. But if you're feeling super insecure right now and you're wondering if you should reach out to someone, I do get 777 here. If you're feeling like you want to reach out to someone, you want to ask somebody something, you get self-expression here. Don't be afraid to ask. If you are rejected, just dust it off. Like if someone just ignores you or something, just dust it off. Because what's blocking you, group 1, for others of you at least, is like you're wondering about something. You're wondering about something, but you can't bring yourself to ask. Or you want to say something to someone, but you can't bring yourself to do it. This is your message to do that, to reach out. Don't be afraid of the door being shut on you. I highly doubt that's going to happen. So, you know, for a very powerful person, sometimes you tend to question yourself and your own ability to create the changes that you need in your life. It would be much more convenient for you to just not say anything and to just keep moving forward as if nothing's wrong, right? But I don't know, like, this is definitely telling you to reach out, to ask at the very least. And then don't be afraid of rejection. If it'll help you to ask this question, then ask it. That way you can get some clarity too, like your much needed clarity. So yeah, that's all I'm getting for you in terms of what is blocking you at this moment. Hopefully that resonated with you. Let me know if it did. Give this video a thumbs up if it did. Comment down below. I would love to hear about it. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye. Hey group 2, welcome to your reading. So for your rune, you get this rune called Lagaz. I don't know if you can see that, hopefully you can. But Lagaz is all about intuition and your inner knowing. It can also represent a woman in your life or a female coming into your life. So in regards to your situation of what's blocking you, you get the 9 of Cups. The Nine of Swords, so 2 nines right away. You get, for your situation, the Five of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups, and the Star. So you could be an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, or you could be an Aquarius. But what is blocking you? So you are somewhere in your life right now, and you want to be somewhere else, right? Give this video a thumbs up if that's resonating with you. It's almost like you have within your grasp what you have wished for all of your life or for such a long time, but you're not sure if it's the thing that you're wishing for. Does that make sense? It's almost like you have this knowing about this beautiful thing, this amazing thing, this wish fulfillment that has entered your life, but you're refusing to see it for what it is. As if you were self-sabotaging. Because actually, regarding this thing, it could be like a financial thing, like a financial opportunity or a career that's really starting to become clearly what you've been wanting to do your whole entire life. Like if you've been searching for a career or something to do to make money that will also be fulfilling for you, it's almost as if that's in your life right now, or it's coming quite soon, but you might refuse to see it because you might self-sabotage, if that makes sense. Or you might start to believe or think that you are not worthy of this thing, that you'll never succeed in this thing. Like, who do you think you are? You know, who do you think you are to make waves in this field when there are so many amazing people already? You know, this is what I'm getting with your energy. Now, for others of you, it's a love situation. I think that you might not feel good enough for this individual that you're interested in. But like, that's all in your mind. Like, you're being paranoid. I don't think they care much. You know, you get the Ten of Cups here and the Star. Like, you might be looking down on yourself for no reason and like not seeing your worth for no reason. Like, you might think, oh, they'll never want me. They'll never love me. I'm not good enough. But like, you are though. That's what I'm getting. You are. So you get the Empress. Aw. Love that. Taurus energy. Could be a Taurus. You're dealing with a Taurus. Judgment. And the Ace of Pentacles. So you could potentially be masking. On the bottom also, Two of Pentacles. You could be masking your true self or what you want by focusing on financial stability or career success. Either you're represented as the Empress or the person you're inquiring about is represented by the Empress. Maybe you really admire them or look up to them, but you don't think that they'll feel the same about you. I feel like they will. I feel like they are, or they do, or they will. With the Judgment there, it's almost like a sense of relief. The weight is being lifted off your shoulder. There's a sense of like, oh, I never knew. Wow, it's amazing. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, I can't believe that. That's kind of energy that I'm getting. Of like, I can't believe that this whole time I'm safe. Or that I'm safe with you. Kind of feeling. Or you know what? You could be the Empress and you could be questioning yourself. We get the Page of Air. Logical, honest, impulsive, curious. Challenging information, delays or changes to plans. Truth delivered without tact. So with a Page of Swords here, this could be regarding someone that you're looking at online, someone that you met online, someone that inspire you online. That could be causing you to question yourself. So in terms of what is blocking you, it's possible that what's blocking you is comparing yourself to other people that you see online. Also, we get the Knight of Air, intelligent, decisive, idealistic, tireless, events that occur with great speed. Take time to carefully review your options. Creative solutions, Knight of Swords, and then Knight of Water. So 2 knights, emotional, romantic, enthusiastic, contemplative, falling in love, or wedding proposals, the need to balance emotions, an invitation to a social event. Alright, so for those of you who are going to be invited to something or is thinking about going somewhere, maybe like a party or something like that, this is a message for you to go. Especially if you're feeling like socially anxious, this is a message for you to go. But again, take the message that resonate, because I don't want you to go and then get the virus or something like that. And I know I'm laughing because it's kind of funny, but it's not really funny because it's serious. But it kind of is. Like, I don't want you to go if you're scared of getting the virus and then like end up getting the virus. I don't think you're gonna get the virus. Let me just say that out there. But yeah, don't quote me. Be safe always. Take the messages that resonate and leave the rest. So it says stop sleeping so damn much. And you get a feeling you can't shake. Look, I got the same exact one in group 1. So this is about intuition, and your rune, Lagaz, is about intuition. It says, wake up, you're missing on some cool shit. Exactly. So if you're getting invited to something, group 2, go. Because you guys could be like super introspective or introverted, I guess I should say. And you kind of like refuse to go to these things because you think staying home is better. I'm the same way. Like, I have so much fun at home, but I know I need to like go out there and mingle. If you're ever feeling like you want to go somewhere but you're not sure, take the leap of faith and go. But always be safe and know that there's an invisible virus happening out there. But honestly, like, don't be afraid. Don't buy into the fear. Group 2, I do feel like sometimes you buy into the fear. The fear and buying into fear literally weakens your immune system. So I'm just putting it out there. And the news makes its money from bad news. So let me just say that. So I'm getting a lot of mixed energies. It's possibly because there's so many different and dynamic people watching this group. But in terms of your blockages, it's definitely your insecurity. You don't realize the positive things about you sometimes. And like I said, if you're comparing yourself to other people, do what you can so that you don't do that. So maybe take a break from social media. So here we get connection, oneness, love, interconnection, and support. So this is awesome. Clearly it's a message for you to connect with people. So yeah, if you're ever feeling afraid of that, this is a message to do so. Inspiration, idea, spark, conception, and impulse. So yeah, literally going out there and meeting people and socializing could be good for you. Now for others of you, this isn't really about socialization. This is more so about a specific person that you're interested in and you not feeling good enough. And that's a lie. That's a lie. You have the Nine of Cups, sorry. Well, you do have the Knight of Cups, but you also have the 9 of Cups and the 9 of Swords and also the Knight of Swords. This is the wish fulfillment card. You're being super anxious for no reason is what I'm getting for you. If you think you're not good enough, you are. Okay? Just leave it at that. Period. Okay, so on the bottom of the deck, dude, I love it. You are good enough. Full moon and Virgo. Dude, I was just saying that, right? You know I was. You heard me say that multiple times. You are good enough. It's exactly what I was getting. Show the world the real you. Yeah. Exactly. Maybe you're afraid to show the world the real you. But you want to. You want to open up. Like, you have so much talent and beauty. Like, you question yourself too much. You could potentially, especially for the feminines out there, you could potentially be dealing with 2 suitors here with the Knight of Air and the Knight of Water. But any final messages? Let me see. Well, let's get a couple of Norman cards for your final messages. Final messages for group 2. What is blocking group 2? I'm hearing your insecurity. Straight up, point blank. Your insecurity. The Gentleman. Let's get another one. What is blocking group 2? And the Dog. Oh, wow. Okay. And then the Mountain. So if you're dealing in a romantic connection, or with a romantic connection, I should say, and you're feeling insecure about this person and how they feel about you, it seems like this person is actually a good person, and I think you can trust them. Again, always take the messages that resonate and leave the rest. It's not going to be for everybody, but you know already if this is the person that I'm talking about. It's just that maybe there are blockages in your connection right now. It doesn't mean that they're a bad person. I do see that with the 10 of Cups and the Star and the Judgment card, like, this is actually a very good and wonderful connection, and that they're a good person amidst whatever issues is in the relationship, and that whatever insecurities you have is something that you can heal from. It's something that you can move forward from, if that makes sense. Because you are the Empress. You have this Empress energy clarifying your energy. So you're not seeing yourself in this way, at least at times. Right? But you are. Literally, the universe wanted to confirm that with that you are good enough. Sometimes I don't feel like you think that you're good enough. But you are. You have many, like, admirers too also. But I don't think that you see that sometimes, or you realize it. You know, you might feel incapable of doing something. Maybe you don't feel like you're smart enough. Maybe you want to be a savant, but maybe that's not your talent. Maybe you want to be something that you're not good at, and that's okay. Like, find what you're good at. And I know that's easier said than done, but like, you're good at something and I know it, and it's something that you can monetize and make a living from, is what I'm getting. Yeah. Yep. Alright, so that's all I'm getting for you, group 2. Thank you so much for watching. If this resonated with you, give this video a thumbs up, and let me know down in the comments below. I'd love to hear about your situation. And thank you as always for sharing, for those of you that do. I love to connect with you guys. Bye, have a good one. Hi group 3, welcome to your reading. Let's see, what is blocking you? For your rune, you have Jera. This is a rune about reaping what you sow. This is about harvest. This is also a rune of justice and legalities. So we'll see what that is about later, if any messages want to come through with that. You are coming through as the World and Justice. Oh my gosh. So you got Jera, the rune of justice, and you have the Justice card. You could be a Libra, possibly as well, or dealing with a Libra. And for your situation, the Queen of Swords wants to come through. Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, so that's a double Libra. And the Queen of Cups. Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. You get 2 queens here. Interesting. For your connecting energy, you get the 10 of Pentacles and the 2 of Swords. Okay, so right off the bat, some of you are going through an affair, or perhaps you are stuck between 2 people, 2 women possibly, but this could be definitely complicated, especially if you're married with Justice and Jera here. 3 of Rods, clarifying you, the Moon, and Ace of Cups, clarifying your situation. So what is blocking you? Some of you are torn between 2 people. You also get the Sun underneath as well. So overall good energy. I know that a third party situation can be kind of complicated to deal with sometimes, but with the good energy there, it seems like you'll pull through. Especially if this is a situation where justice needs to be served for you. There's definitely a lot of good news here, and I love that you're getting the Moon and the Sun here. So some of you perhaps are already in a long-term relationship, but then you met someone. You met someone that really sparked your interest. And that's what's blocking you, is because you don't want to hurt anybody. And this is just for some of you as well too. For others of you, you're opening up and you're experiencing a lot of milestones, especially in the upcoming months. I love that the full moon is here, and this is a period of the full moon in Aquarius. Or this is intended for the period of the full moon in Aquarius. At least partly. So the full moon in Aquarius coming up in August could have something significant for you. Perhaps perhaps clarity will come soon in the upcoming month for you. You know what's crazy? Some of you have literally met or is going to meet your twin flame or your soulmate. You're gonna meet the one, right? And at first you might not be sure, but you'll know, I think. I feel like if you've been hurt in the past, this is going to be your redemption moment. A new start is coming, exactly. This is interesting because you get the Queen of Cups here and the Ace of Cups, and they both have this cup. So, it could be that someone is interested in you or tempting you, potentially. That's not going to be for everybody. But it looks like someone wants to give you your love. It doesn't even have to be a romantic connection. It could be just a female in your life. If you're feeling called to, definitely watch group 2, because that group is dealing with a rune regarding a female. So you and your loved ones are safe on the bottom of the deck, and the energy is gaining momentum. And surrender to the divine. Beautiful. Yeah, I'm feeling quite conflicted with your energy because the moon is there. Every time the moon is there, I swear, I get blocked. There's something very mysterious about your situation, and if you'd love to share that, I would be really grateful for you. It's almost like you're at your prime too. You have so much directions you can go in, and you're feeling tempted. Aww, they broke your heart. Fuck them. So someone broke your heart potentially. That's not going to be for everyone, but it's possible. You are being shady. Watch out, shit could get ugly. Interesting. I feel like this is like too contrasting energy. It's almost like you might want to get revenge on someone. So what is blocking you, group 3? For some of you, it's because you want to get revenge on someone, and the way that you're thinking about the situation is unhealthy. Now with the Jarrow rune there as a rune of legality, and you have justice here, I would just be wary of your actions, especially if you're thinking of hurting somebody, because that could bite you in the butt. Okay? But this is interesting. It's almost like you're behaving that way because it's almost what's blocking you. It's almost as if what's blocking you is coming from a trauma, right? Any messages and advice for group 3? I am seeing that you want like everything. You want to have your cake and eat it too. You want the beautiful house, you want the family, you want luxury, you want travel, you want everything. And you get the mind here. Openness, flexibility, imagination, and learning. Base chakra. And divine consciousness, interconnection, expansion, oneness, and light. This is interesting because these are two polarizing energies here. It's almost like you're coming into your own, with a new start is coming here as well, and a new energy. The energy is gaining momentum. Like if you have been a victim of something, or you feel like a victim of something, I do feel like you're gonna get justice for that. But yeah, be wary of temptations that could get you in trouble. You are being shady. Watch out, shit could get ugly. So yeah, that's just a little warning for others of you. Clarifiers for group 3. I am feeling quite stumped on this one, I'm not gonna lie. Clarifiers for group 3. Alright, so you get the 6 of water, which is the 6 of cups. Memories from your history or childhood. Issues regarding children. Romanticizing the past. So I see now with the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups, it could definitely be that your blockage is your remaining feelings for someone in the past. But with a new start is coming there, like new love could definitely be coming into your life in the upcoming months. Potentially next month. You can get clarity in regards to your situation. But yeah, it seems like perhaps someone in the past that hurt you could be blocking what's coming. Perhaps you haven't sat with those emotions. Perhaps you haven't fully processed it yet. You get the Queen of Earth, Queen of Pentacles. Now you have 3 queens, by the way. Make time for those around you. Take a sensible approach. Deal with challenges in a kind and understanding manner. Alright, so that's a specific message for some of you who are dealing with infidelity. This is not for everyone. If you are dealing with infidelity, then you already know. This is not something that you don't know. I'm not disclosing that someone is is cheating on you or anything like that. You also get the Knight of Earth, loyal, dedicated, honorable, and kind. Time to buckle down and get things done. Honor your commitments, a guardian angel. I love that. Okay. This is interesting. This really reminds me of the previous stacks here. You might be insecure about something. This could be all in your mind. You know, you do have the mind card here. You might be fearing that someone is not being true to you. Give this video a thumbs up if it's resonating with you or not. But regardless of the case, group 3, what is blocking you is definitely from something in your past. but beautiful things are happening to you. You're represented by the World and Justice here and the Three of Rods. So I do see that positive oh my goodness, that would have been crazy if we got the Moon and the Sun again. So you get the Clover. So you have a lot of luck on your side. In addition, you get the Sun twice. So this is a very, very, very powerful energy. And underneath the Sun is the Devil. So yeah, it could definitely be stemming from past pains or like an unhealthy relationship, toxic mindsets, obsessions, and again, traumas that are still unhealed and like affecting your life. But with the two suns here, honestly, like, you're very loved, okay? And you have so much positive energy surrounding you. Like, if you're afraid of making the wrong decision, just trust and follow your heart, and I think that you'll be fine. And you get the Star here as well. So the truth is coming to light. The truth is coming to light, and you'll know soon enough the answers to the question that you have, especially with the Clover here. Clarifiers for a group. Yeah, look at that. On the bottom is a Seven of Swords. So it could definitely be a fear of deception or betrayal, or this is something that happened to you in the past that is blocking you right now. But again, with the Sun there, you know, that stuff is being washed away. Jeez, okay, so this makes complete sense. You get two moons, right? So there's definitely something that I can't like tune into, like I can't know. The two moons here, this is mystery, illusions. You could be dealing with an illusion here, group 3. So just be aware of that. You also get the Two of Swords again, so that's a double confirmation. If you notice, these two women, they're blindfolded. So there's something that perhaps you're not willing to see, or something that you already know that you're like not seeing or refusing to see, I guess you could say. But yeah, being that this is card of a rune of justice. So being that this is a rune of justice and you reaping what you sow, again, that's sort of like a warning. Like, just because you got hurt in the past doesn't mean that you should hurt other people in the past, because it'll definitely get you. Karma is like a strong message here. If you're thinking of hurting someone because you got hurt in the past, or you think that they're gonna hurt you but you're not exactly sure, I think being the bigger person is the message for you here. Because with the Knight of Earth here as like a really, really stable energy and coming through as loyal, dedicated, honorable, and kind, it could be that whatever it is that you're questioning about a specific person perhaps is completely wrong and all in your mind. So trust your intuition. Is this just an issue of you being paranoid because of what happened to you in the past? Or is this person really someone that you can't trust? Because you do deserve someone who is loyal, dedicated, honorable, and kind. I'm also getting that if you are being stuck between two people, choose the one that makes you the most happy. With the Ace of Cups and the Queen of Cups. Like, if someone is reaching out to you and wanting to talk to you and wanting your attention, open up a little bit, let them in. But yeah, this is interesting. Make time for those around you. Take a sensible approach. Deal with challenges in a kind and understanding manner. Exactly. Also, if you're feeling jealous as well, there's definitely a strong message here of keeping that in check for sure. Because I feel like it's eating away at you. That's just a possibility for some of you as well. Try and find ways that you can feel more powerful in yourself without tearing someone else down. But yeah, for your advice on how to release what is blocking you, I think it's just to be open to receiving, because you have so much positive energy surrounding you and positive future energies coming in. And also be honest with yourself about the situation. Be honest with yourself about what you want. And keep in mind that sometimes people are not meant to stay in your life for a long time. They may just be temptations. This spread is bringing you the message to remember, especially for those already in a relationship, bring love into the situation, right? Yeah, whew, this is a tough one. I must say, this is a tough one. This is a tough one. Clarifying the moon, please. Final messages for group 3. Ten of Wands on the bottom, and then you get the Seven of Cups, which we got in group 1. So yeah, there's definitely a choice happening with you, group 3. But again, think about what is tempting you and think about whether or not it's worth it. That's advice number 1. Advice number 2, consider that perhaps your views of this particular situation and person could be stemming from something that happened in the past. Are you still holding on to something in the past as if it's going to come back into your life? Or are the actions of someone in your past preventing you from receiving the kind of love that you deserve? Because you're blocking them from opening up to you and from giving you the love that you have been wanting. And yeah, just definitely be wary of temptations and treat others like you want to be treated, especially because you get the Justice rune here, and this is a rune about reaping what you sow, so keep that in mind. But that's it. That's all I'm getting for you, group 3. Hopefully that reading resonated, and hopefully it wasn't too scary and too negative for you, and hopefully you got something valuable out of it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hi group 4, welcome to your reading of what is blocking you. For your rune, you get Ing. This is a rune about milestones, new beginnings, new starts, new periods in your life, and also new love potentially. But the milestones essentially are talking about like really big things in your life, like giving birth, buying a house, succeeding in a real way, in a way that you've never succeeded before, potentially meeting your life partner. So yeah, those are just some of the things that this rune represents. Okay, so for your energy, you get Temperance. You could be a Sagittarius or dealing with a Sagittarius. And then you also get the Page of Pentacles. So for your situation, you get the Ace of Swords and the Page of Rods, so 2 pages. Okay, group 4, there is definitely a need for you to try something new, try something different. And become a beginner again, because while you might be like a master at certain things, I'm feeling that something new is catching your eye. So you also get the Tower here and the Knight of Swords. Oh, yeah. So really fast moving energy, just foundations being knocked down and destroyed to be rebuilt, of course. And this is interesting because you have Ing, which is new beginnings. So it's almost like you want to knock down those foundations and start over again, or at least knock down enough of those foundations so that you can become a beginner once again, to start something new and to learn something new. You get the Four of Swords, clarifying you, and then Eight of Cups. Exactly, so it's like you're walking away from something, or you want to. And the High Priestess. Could be a Pisces as well. On the bottom of the deck, you have the Six of Cups. Beautiful soulmate energy here. Positive memories as well. Friendships, maybe relating to family members, like cousins or siblings potentially as well, having to do with it. So group 4, what is blocking you? So what's blocking you right now is, a lot of you at least, you're bored. You're bored of what you're doing. You want to do something new. And perhaps there's like something that you were doing when you were a kid as well that kind of was put in the back burner. And something took your attention. And you forgot about this thing. And I feel like that's kind of coming back into your frequency and in your consciousness. Don't let pride get in the way. Sorry about that, my camera died. But so yeah, don't let pride get in the way. Full moon in Leo. So yeah, if you're feeling afraid of like not doing something because you don't think it'll be any good, even if you really want to do it and you want to like try your hand at it, this is the message for you to go for it for sure. Your hard work is paying off. Yeah, like I'm definitely feeling like your hard work is paying off, but you still want to expand. I feel like you're someone who can't really, or at least for some of you, you can't really sustain, you can't really like do one thing for a long period of time, or you get bored easily, I should say. The energy is gaining momentum, which we also got in group 3. So that could be something for you. What is blocking group 4? Yeah, like, okay, with the High Priestess, Ace of Swords, and Page of Rods, you want to do something. And I feel like you're gaining clarity on what that is. Or either you want to do something, but you're not sure if you should. You're not sure if it'll be practical or if it'll be smart. If that's resonating with you, let me know down in the comments below what that could mean. You get fuck. Shit is about to get real. Fuck. You need people around you. So I think like you want some support as well. Possibly regarding this project. Interesting too, because you get the Tower. And I feel like that's like a Tower energy. Yeah, you definitely want some support, especially in this new venture of yours. Because you have 8 of Cups, so you're walking away from something. And I feel like this is a good thing for sure. Yeah, look at that. As I say that, time to let go. Move the fuck on. And I didn't even notice these cards fell out. Get the fuck outside. Move your body. Or move your ass. Your body is pissed at you. And then you get the Money card and Make It Rain. So that could be something that's like on your mind. Like if you do this new thing, is it going to make money? Even though you really want to do it, you know? Or maybe for some of you, what's blocking you is like you're trying to fit in where you don't belong. And take that message with a grain of salt, because that's a very general message and I'm not exactly sure who that's for, but it's definitely for someone out there. Like you might want to be something. You might want to be like this famous pop star or something like that. but you're questioning whether you can actually fulfill that dream. You might have wanted to be a singer when you were young, or maybe a famous person, but you're questioning yourself if like you can actually do it. But at the same time, there's something in you that wants to do that. So for others of you, this is definitely a message for you to go for it, but for others of you, this is a message for you to kind of like maybe ask yourself if this is something that you actually want to risk everything for. What's blocking you is, again, we get the same message for all 3 stacks previously, but like there's a sense of indecision about something. Connection, universal oneness, love, interconnection, and support. Yeah, so we get that same support energy with the you need your people around you. And then presence, awareness, attention, reality, connection. So if you're someone who is getting like super swayed by your peers or what you're seeing on TikTok or social media or whatever, I think that there's something that you're not seeing with the presence card there. Like, I feel like you're being swayed for others of you. Like, what's blocking you is you're being swayed because of the influence around you. The Fool. So that's interesting too, because as I mentioned in the beginning, you want to do something new, right? It could be because you don't want to do the same old thing. You want to introduce something new to whatever it is that you're doing. And, you know, it's fitting with the Ing rune here because this is about new beginnings anyway and a new start. 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so you're definitely being called to expand for sure. But you might need to adjust some of those old ideals of yours, especially when you were younger. Especially if you want like this grand, my name in lights sort of thing. I'm not saying that's not possible for you. I never will say that to anyone. Your name could still be in lights if that's what you're being called to do. But I also feel like there's another thing that's like calling for you to like, there's also another thing that you want to do and that you're really good at. And this card wanted to come out, the Cancer card, the Chariot movement card. So you could be a Cancer, but it's also a message of movement. So I'm getting like contrasting energies for sure. Because there's definitely advice here. Advice for you to just meditate and contemplate. I'm also being pulled into this tower. There's like these waves in this tower. It's just like crashing waves, but for others of you it has to do with surfing. Maybe you want to surf professionally, and maybe you're questioning if you can still do that, right? So what's blocking you is you're questioning your ability to do something, maybe because of your age or because of your level of experience. Maybe you think that you're going to be left behind or it's too late. That's what's blocking you. Because you have this new beginning coming into your life. And that means that you're going to have to take on a new set of behavior and new set of thinking and learn new skills. But I'm just hearing messages of like being careful. Try not to like rush into something at this moment, for sure. Yeah, look at this. I just noticed that on top is drop the fucking ego. Vulnerability is hot as fuck. So it's almost like you don't want to do something because you don't want to look like a beginner. You don't want to be like you don't want to be like a baby again. You already have all this experience and all this worldly knowledge. But that's your ego, because when you're a beginner in something, it doesn't mean that you're stupid or whatever it is. Like, we all start as beginners. We get the Empress here, so Taurus energy. For others of you, like, you're ready to settle down and have your own family. So that's definitely something to think about, especially if you're thinking of embarking on a new project that might get in the way of that. You get universal oneness, love, interconnection, and support. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles. So you're like attracting or looking to attract your person, and as I say that, the Two of Cups. So this is something that's really important to you, I think, underneath it all. And this is where you're heading. This is what you want, but you also you're also thinking about these other things, like, should I try my hand at this thing, or should I start this thing? I've always wanted to do this. Should I do this now? I have time. Should I do this now? You know what I mean? So there's a sense of like not being certain of whether or not to do something, but then there's also this strong message of walking away. So for others of you, you're thinking of doing something that is not for you, and I think you know what that is. So again, please take the messages as they resonate and leave the rest, because it could be that for others of you, it's definitely time to try your hand at that thing that you've always wanted to do, and that thing that you've always wanted. Now, for others of you, doing something might prevent you from the thing that you always wanted. Does that make sense? So you're being asked, or you're being met with a choice. I mean, ultimately, you want to get to that place where ultimately you want to have your life's desire. Ultimately, you want to be where you want to be, where you've always wanted to be. You want to follow your heart. You want to do the thing that makes you the most happy, right? So this is a message of not compromising that. What's blocking you is you're not listening to your intuition about something. You already know like what to do, but you have so much voices or opposing opinions in your head that prevents you from listening to your own inner voice. You get 11, strength. Great inner strength. Release harsh judgments, forgiveness, and compassion. Well, this is interesting that it's coming out as strength, but strength is 8. This is supposed to be the Justice card, so that's kind of weird. So this is both justice and strength, I guess. And on the bottom is the Empress card, which you also have here. Lavish abundance, give birth to your dreams, nurture yourself and others. Alright, so the Empress is coming here twice. For those of you who are masculine, you're definitely ready for your Empress if you haven't already met her, or your Empress is someone who is very important in your life right now, whether or not you've met her. And this Empress person is someone that you need to consider in your decision. Does that make sense? Okay, clarifiers for group 4, please. What's blocking group 4? Clarifiers for group 4. Clarifiers for group 4. Okay, great. We get the ring. And the book and the stork. Alright, so definitely some of you are having babies for sure. You're pregnant, you're having a baby, your wife is pregnant, your girlfriend is pregnant. With the book here, this could literally be telling you to read up on parenthood and pregnancy. But also this could be a message of reading a book that'll help you bring along those changes that you want to make in your life. So if you are thinking of, dropping everything, especially with the Tower moment here and the Eight of Cups. If you're thinking of dropping something in order to pursue something else, research into that first. This is what this message is saying. Research into that first. Perhaps get outside, take a walk in nature, do some grounding, observe nature, walk so you can exercise your body and get some fresh air. But you know, with the time to let go and move the fuck on here, this is definitely a strong message for some of you, although not all. That you need to let go of something that you thought could be, but now you know in your heart, especially with the High Priestess here, is not actually meant for you and perhaps isn't gonna get anywhere or go anywhere. You also have the Ring here, so I feel like for others of you it's really time to like, or maybe this is what you're thinking about, you want to find your person. You do have the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles here. This is the divine feminine energy. You want to find that woman to settle down with, or you're a woman who wants to find their divine masculine, who wants to be with their divine masculine and to start and build a family with. But you have all these other dreams that you also want to do, and so you kind of have to make a choice. Do you take seriously like starting a family, or do you follow your dreams, or can you do both? Because I'm not saying that that's not possible. It could be just right now like your attention is being called somewhere else. Doesn't mean that you can ever have any opportunity to follow your dreams, at least in a new way. But yeah, honestly, for some of you it's like a message of rethinking something, because it might like put you further from where you really want to go, if that makes sense. Yeah. So group 4, what is blocking you? What's blocking you is you can't decide between two dreams of yours. You can't decide whether to let go of one dream to pursue another, and vice versa. Maybe you're starting a family right now and you feel afraid that you're not going to be able to do some of the things that you've always wanted to do. But that doesn't have to be a bad thing. Okay? You can always find something beautiful about that. Look at that Two of Cups and the Lovers underneath. This is a beautiful energy of like, almost like for some of you at least, to choose this, to choose love, and to know that you can overcome regardless of the situation. Drop the fucking ego. Vulnerability is hot as fuck. For some of you, it's about coming to terms with your feelings about someone. Coming to terms with the fact that, holy shit, maybe you found the person for you, and that it's okay to let them know that you care about them. And to take that risk too. Whatever your heart's telling you, go for it. Trust your intuition. Okay, group 4, thank you so much for watching. I hope this provided some insight for you. And if you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. Thanks for watching.